2021 will mark the 400th anniversary of the first Thanksgiving. 400 years of celebrating an event that didn't quite happen the way we all were told. Concerning the 1621 feast, don't believe everything you heard in grade school. A quick history lesson is needed here. When the Mayflower dropped anchor in 1620, they did not find themselves in a vast, untouched, pristine land divinely selected just for them. Nope, they disembarked onto a deserted Pawtucket's village, which had been decimated by disease brought to them by the Europeans. The Pilgrims moved right in.
Well, we're moving on up to the east side.
One truth, the Pilgrims did have a very hard winter. There were only 50 or so who survived that first winter. The second truth, the Wampanoag people, although wary of Europeans, did share their knowledge and resources with the Pilgrims so that their first harvest could be a success. But just when you thought you knew everything, this is where truth ends and the colonizer myth begins. Past engagements of the Wampanoag people had caused betrayal, violence, kidnapping, enslavement, and deadly disease. The Wampanoag people kept their distance from the colonists.
Keep your distance, though, Chewie, but don't look like you're trying to keep your distance.
In October, the Pilgrims held a 3-day harvest celebration. However, there was no acknowledgement of or gratitude for the Wampanoag people, who had freely shared their resources and wisdom. Because, you see, the Pilgrims did not invite them to this great feast.
But you're not invited.
Not invited? What do you mean I'm not invited? That's my corn out there. You guys are guests in my corn.
They celebrated their harvest alone. Food, games, and lots of musket and cannon fire. The Wampanoag, hearing the shots, showed up to do battle. Realizing there was no threat, they shot 5 deer to give to the Pilgrims. Still, there were no thanks given or recorded on that first Thanksgiving Day.
Thank you for being a friend.
However, thanks did come 16 years later when the colonists attacked the Pequot Nation. This bloody massacre completely decimated the tribe, and afterwards, the governor of the Massachusetts Bay Colony stated that from that day forward, there will always be a day of Thanksgiving for having subdued the Pequot Nation. For the next 100 years, every Thanksgiving would be in honor of the bloody victory. Well, as time went on, that rendition would need to be erased. The mythical tale of the first Thanksgiving would need to be reinforced. It's time to unlearn what we've been taught. It's important to bring the other side of history to the forefront, correcting inaccuracies and adding context. Because just when you thought you knew everything from grade school,
welcome to our banquet, Cheese Mrs. Sowit.
You just might not.